Hello, everybody. Welcome to your yoga mat. My name is Alicia Finley, and I'm so grateful that you are here. Today, we are going to do a very short practice, poses that are all laying down. So, great practice that you could do in the evening to unwind, or if you just want to move a little bit in the morning, too, right when you wake up, be a great practice, but especially feeling awesome after you have maybe done another activity. So, props for this class, you could grab a block if you wanted or a strap, but you really don't need anything. So let's just come to lie down on the back. So come down to lie on the back. You can take your feet hip width apart just for a moment, or I'm taking mine even a little wider, as wide as the mat. Let the knees knock in. Now, if anything I guide you toward in the hips, knees, that area just doesn't feel good, of course, as always, listen to your body. Let's take one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart. And allow these next few minutes as we practice to really help anchor and ground you from wherever you were, from wherever you may be going next. Using this time to help you recalibrate. And then gently draw your knees in towards your chest, rocking a little bit side to side to start. And then take the hands on the tops of the knees and let your knees move away from you until your arms go straight. Hopefully there may be a little bit of arch in the back unless your arms are a little shorter, which we can't do anything about, but just let them extend away as best you can. And then exhale, draw the knees in towards the chest. So it's like you're doing a very tiny cat and cow. Inhale. Exhale. Now, if you prefer to not hold the knees, you could even take the arms into a cactus, let the toes tap down, or even heels all the way down. Really let your back arch. And then exhale, pull the legs in. So if that feels better, do that. So letting the arms come down, feet down, arch the back. Exhale. Good. Last time, breathe in. Exhale. Now, take the feet back to mat width apart, cactus your arms, and I want you to just allow the legs to windshield wiper side to side. You feel a little bit of a massage going on that low back, and just a really nice, remember the focus here is just to ground and anchor. So the next time that your legs end up to the right, let's keep them there. And I know some of you probably would enjoy hooking that ankle. So if you want to hook your right ankle above your left knee, if you're wanting a little more stretch, you can. Some days I like to reach my arms overhead and take hold of my left wrist with my right hand and just gently tug over slightly to the right as well, keeping though both shoulders down the whole time. Now, if your ankle's hooked, please let it come back down. You're going to keep that right leg bent. You can let your arms cactus for the moment. And this left leg is going to swing over to the right. And if you can hold the foot, you can hold the foot. Or if you want to, you can grab that the block. I know the name of my props, I promise. Grab the block and any height. I'm going to go middle, I think. Middle height for me. And you could let your foot rest on your block. Now, if you want to hold the toe, you can. The reason I like the block is because then it keeps your ankle more in line with the hip as opposed to the foot dropping lower. So that's a personal preference. I'm just going to hold my right hand on my outer left leg. You could look to the left if that feels good to give a little stretch to the neck. Noticing the groundedness in the back of the body. Even the groundedness now on the right side of your hip. Give permission for the left side of your body to surrender here a little bit more. And then we'll come back up to center. I'm going to kind of support my left leg with that right hand, and we're going to come to a reclined pigeon, Sukhi Randrasana. So left ankle crossing over right leg. Now, typically I thread my arm, my left arm between, my right hand to the outside. But lately I've been playing around with my upper arms resting on the ground and my outer left hand holding the left knee and my right hand holding my heel. And for whatever reason, this just feels really good. I let my right leg relax here. I still continue to keep that left foot flexed. Let your neck be long here. Maybe draw your chin down a little more. And I just gently usher the left whole shin really just closer to me, as well as using that right leg can kind of help facilitate the leg coming closer towards the chest. And it's almost as though I am allowing the left leg to relax into my right hand and into my left hand a little bit. Feeling as though the sitting bones are even surrendering towards the floor a little bit. And you can always stay longer in these poses. You have a pause button, just hit pause, but we're going to keep moving on. Put your right foot on the floor, and now extend your left leg to the sky. Flex the foot, and then point the foot, and then flex the foot, and then point the foot, and then flex the foot. And then turn the toes to the left and turn the toes to the right. Ooh, that's a little harder. Turn to the left, turn to the right, and then full ankle rolls. One direction. I'm going clockwise, and then I want you to switch. Try to spread the toes a little bit as you do this. If you want a little deeper and you want to walk your hands up towards your ankle or even towards your foot, you could do that as well. But I actually want you to let yourself relax as much as you possibly can. If you want to wake things up even more, you could straighten your right leg. If you're tighter, bend the knee a little bit on the lifted leg, and you can grab closer to the groin. That will help as well. Reach through your right inner heel, your right big toe mound, and move the flesh of your outer left hip away from your left shoulder. Coming into half happy baby, bend that left leg in. Take hold of the outer edge of the foot. Again, the right foot here could be on the floor. You can extend it straight. I like to put my right hand on my thigh if my leg is straight. You can hold the foot. You can hold the inner heel if you like. I prefer the outer foot when I'm doing one leg. Some days I like the heels though when I'm doing full happy baby with both feet. Softening the breath. This whole class laying down, really focusing on that intention of just to anchor and ground us. Allowing ourselves to recalibrate, noticing any sensation happening in the body and how that just takes time to release. Okay, let's bring the other leg in for happy baby, full pose. So I'll let you choose if you want to hold the outer edges of feet, or if you want to reach and grab the inner heels, or even hold the ankles can feel good as well. You play around with that. Actually, I'm enjoying the ankles, so I'm going to go with that route. It's like a reclined frog. It's a little different. It's a little different than when you hold the feet. It's actually a lot different. So maybe you try it if you've never tried it. And then we're going to let go of the ankles or feet, re-cactus the arms, and we'll come back to where we started with those windshield wipers. So back and forth a couple times. And when you come over the next time to the left, let's let the legs stay there, okay? Stay to the left. Lengthen your tailbone. So a lot of times if we just make these small little adjustments, you'll notice how the pose deepens a lot more organically, we can say. Meaning where you don't have to force it. But if you're still needing more and you want to hook the ankle, you can. The left ankle would come above to the bottom of your right thigh, just above the knee. If you want to look to the right, you can. Now, if your ankle is hooked, please gently let it come down. And you're going to let this right leg, the bottom leg will stay bent. The right leg will now come over. I'm going to switch my block over to the side. And this time I'm going to put it on the highest height here. Just feels good. And you can hold your foot too if you've got that range of motion. Right arm, let it extend now from a cactus out to a T, and you can look towards that right hand again or towards the sky. Observe the sensations. Where do you notice the intensity in your body? And then I like to help this leg out. So start to slowly bend that top leg. Keep holding on with that left hand or grab with the left hand and support yourself to come back up to center. Bend your left leg and pick up the foot from the floor. Right ankle now hooks above your left knee. You're in the thread the eye of the needle pose. You have the option to thread your right arm between your legs and your left arm around the outside, or just, I'm going to again, my right hand's cupping around the outer right knee and my left hand is holding the heel. And I'm just surrendering the weight of the entire right leg, just allowing that to come towards my chest. Can you surrender through your back body a little bit more? As though the ribs are melting into the ground a little deeper. As though the flesh from the hips is surrendering more towards the floor. Even the energy around the face is softening. Padangustasana variation. Left foot to the floor, right leg to the sky. Switch the clasp of your hands as you clasp behind your right leg. Left leg has the option to go straight here. And again, we're just going to do some of those movements to support the ankle. So point and flex your foot a few times. Good. And then turn the foot inward, turn the toes inward, and then turn the toes out. Turn the toes in. Turn the toes out. Woo! And then just full ankle rolls a couple times in one direction. Spread those toes as you roll. Go the other way if you haven't started. And then just let your foot be steady. Now, if you want to walk your hands up further towards your ankle or foot, you can. If this is too much and you did have a strap, you of course could grab a strap here. But remember, grabbing low is just fine, because what you're doing is you're helping to hug the hamstring muscles to the bones. And then as you hug the muscles to the bones, then the front of the leg, the four quadricep muscles, can move towards the back plane of the body, towards the hamstrings. And there's just a really great connection there to help anchor you. Move your outer right hip away from the right shoulder a little bit more. And then we'll move into that half happy baby. Again, left leg can stay straight, or please, if you need to, bring it to the floor. Right hand holds the outer foot, left hand on your left thigh. Draw your right thigh towards the floor. Try to roll your left inner groin towards the floor. Use your hand to pull down against the foot, and at the same time, just a little bit, push your foot up in towards your hand. And this time we're going to bring the left leg in again, but I do want you to hold the ankles, and if it feels good, let your feet just kind of surrender a little bit. In fact, they can even come in close. You're going to have to play around here to where you feel the stretch. What I'm going for now is more of a groin stretch. So I really want you to let the feet hang a little bit more. Your arms are on the insides of both of your legs. If you want to flex your feet, you can, but I also give you permission to just relax them. And then just let yourself kind of use your arm against your leg and just lean a little side to side with the lower half of your body. Really getting into one groin and the other, and then a nice soothing motion of just rocking back and forth. And then just see if you can find a space of stillness. pretty big intense sensation you might be experiencing in the groin area. And then slowly let the feet come down to the floor. And we're just going to do last two poses, supported bridge to start to relax those hip flexors and open them now. So slide the block any height that would feel good under your sacrum. If you wanted to let your legs extend, making sure that doesn't bring any compression in your body to your low back, you certainly can. You can let the feet just even flop open here. If you need to adjust the block, please make sure you bring your feet back onto the ground so that you can adjust and you're not trying to slide it if your legs are straight. Arms can be by your sides. You can roll your upper outer arms in a little more, really elevating through the chest. And take 2 more deep breaths here, breathing in, letting go. Last one. Letting it go. Slowly slide your feet back to the floor, hip width. Push down into the feet, elevate the hips, and slide the block out. Now our final pose will be legs up the wall. I don't outside here have the best space for a wall. I have that tiny little spot where my plant knocked over, and I'm just okay. We'll pick it up just because I'm here. But I do have a chair, and so I'm going to grab this chair. And this is a great alternative, is to use a chair. It just feels good sometimes instead of a wall. So you could play around with it. You can also use a couch. Doesn't have to be a chair. It could even be the bed, just depending on the height of your bed. Your beds might be too high, just depending. So you just bring your legs up, and I can even slide my feet. You can see underneath the back of that chair. I'm going to bring my calves onto the chair. And right where the crease of my knee bends, that's where the edge of the seat will be. And you can really surrender here, and that's what I like about the chair. Sometimes legs up the wall, I will use a strap to hold my legs so I can just really let them surrender. And so the chair is doing that same thing because I can really, with the legs bent, can really let the legs surrender here. So turning the palms up, allow your eyes to close. We'll be here for about a minute or so, and those of you that want to stay longer, you certainly can. Start to observe the breath beginning to just soften a little bit, being mesmerized by how the breath continuously flows in and out. We don't have to think about it. And in this same way, our body has this amazing innate capacity to heal. And it's constantly striving to bring us back to balance, to homeostasis. And when we do practices like this, we may not do them all the time. We just allow the body to get that jump start to initiate the nervous system that we're safe. It's safe to heal. It's safe to anchor and ground. It's safe to relax. And start to wiggle your toes a bit and allow your thumb to brush across your other 4 fingers. If your legs up the wall, you can slide the soles of your feet together in Baddha Konasana. And chair folk, if you're using a chair, you can just slide one leg out and the other, and we'll all meet over. Now, if it's evening, you can roll to the right or to the left side, a little more calming. If you need a little more energy yet for your day, go ahead and roll to the right. And then use your hands to gently bring your body back upright to an easy seat. Let's fold the hands together in front of our heart. Sometimes we really need to be given permission that it's okay to relax. It's okay to restore ourselves, and how important this time is to rest, to allow our body to heal, and to reground ourselves and anchor back into this moment. Drawing thumbs up to third eye. Thank you for taking this time to come into this moment. So often we're so many other places, and it's definitely a practice to continuously come back again and again to this moment. So thank you. Namaste. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, my name's Alicia. If you have not yet subscribed, please do. It'll tell you every time a new video comes out. And like this video, you can share it with friends. And until next time, thank you.